Hey there, guys. I wanted to do something a little bit different for this ASMR video, and as you can see, some of you might recognize it. I wanted to play a little bit of World of Warcraft. We're currently on the public testing realm for the newest content update, so this is all new content for me. I haven't seen any of this. I just want to make that clear. If you don't want to see spoilers for the new upcoming 9.1 patch that's probably coming out in probably a few months, then you'll probably want to avoid this video, because I'll just be running through just what bits of story are available. So yeah, I wanted to try something a little different, give you guys some eye candy to watch, and sort of discuss maybe what's going on, how I've been in World of Warcraft, how long I've been playing it, etc., etc. Just for a sort of change of pace, and hopefully give you guys something fun to watch or listen to while you're trying to get to sleep, or just doing whatever you're doing. So let's get into it. As you can see, we're currently in the forest of the Night Fae. It's been better. It's not a great time to be here, but that's why we're here to try and help. So we're gonna go and help set up these decoys to make sure our villains don't find the queen. Which this should be interesting from the looks of it. Oh yeah, that would do it. And that is Solanus Windrunner, our antagonist for, well, one of our antagonists for this expansion. So, looks like they want us to go and deal with some of the invading forces. So, we're going to be getting ourselves right into the thick of all of this battle. Which, hey, I'm playing a Death Knight. I'm totally cool with that. Finding my way down there is going to be a bit of a trick. I'd really prefer to not jump, but guess we're jumping. Alright, not my smoothest landing. There you go. And for those of you who, again, might not be familiar with Warcraft, Death Knights are undead soldiers of frost, unholy magic, zombies, and blood magic. So we can do all sorts of different things. I personally am right now, I'm playing a Frost Death Knight, as if the snow wasn't obvious. I've been playing Frost Death Knight since about roughly the time of Mist of Pandaria, which was a while ago. That was like 3 or 4 expansions ago. Feel old. Yeah, I started at the end of Mists, and I've played a lot of other classes in World of Warcraft, but Death Knight is always what I'm the most familiar with. Oh, and this looks pleasant. It's just what I'm the most familiar with, and I figured that'd be good to record the video with, so I could focus on talking to you guys. As we can see, the Night Fae are sort of backing me up here to get rid of the invaders. Let's close this gate. Cool. Where do you think you're going? But yeah, Death Knights. Oh, hey guys, thanks. Death Knights are built like, again, axes, swords, maces, that kind of thing. Really built for really heavy, crushing melee combat, but we've got some spells worked into it. Unholy Death Knights, which is, like I said earlier, all more plagues and diseases and undead, are a lot more spell heavy than a Frost Death Knight. But Frost Death Knights are built a little more to be spell blades, I guess. A lot more focused on melee, which is sort of weaving the spells in between the swings. As you can see with me pumping out the frost magic in between my axe swings. And I've got a little bit of blood magic here with the vampire, oh, I say vampire-like covenant that I've chosen in Shadowlands, so you guys can look into that. But basically, Shadowlands gives you one of 4 covenants to choose from. And each one gives you different benefits, different powers, different allies you can work alongside. All these different elements that will sort of either help you make yourself smoother or buff up your class to do one thing or another. So, me being the edgelord that I am, I chose the vampires and got both that sort of blood swarm and got the ability to do this. Because everybody loves a good teleport. Turn those off and make it a little easier for you guys to see what's going on. Close this gate. See, we're making good progress. Already up to 77% on this quest. This fill the bar quest is something that Blizzard's been doing with Warcraft for a while now. I don't mind it personally, but I know a lot of players who would like a little more quest variety, and I get that. If you've been playing the game, yes, my mount is a frog. If you've been playing the game since like Classic or Burning Crusade, I can see how the same quests could get really kind of old. But sometimes you gotta work with what you've got. Unfortunately, come here, you. Let's not have you be doing any of that. Almost done. Up to 95%. Alright, what's our next step? Looks like Solanus has been spotted near the falls, so we can go and try and take her out now before this gets much worse. Because I kind of get the feeling, this is going to get progressively worse. So, better try and strike right at the head of the snake before we lose too much more ground. Near the falls. There we are. That's most likely one of the Queen's decoys that Solanus fell for. Oh, here we have a work in progress cutscene. We'll just skip this. Oh, seems we have well, this is going well for me so far. Well, that was nice of her. See some of our allies have come to back us up here. These are various members of the different covenants that I mentioned earlier. All of who, again, you will meet if you join the various sides. As I said, with the vampires. The members of who I've allied with. These are the Necrolords over here. Go for a ride. And again, each covenant just has a different theme. This is the Night Fae, the Covenant, the vampires. Again, all have a different theme. And then there's the sort of angelic Greek-style covenant that you saw guard me there from Solanus, that is built on purifying and aiding past lives and that kind of thing. So there's a little something for everybody. It seems like here we're taking the fight into the air, given the darker antagonists a little taste of what the Necrolords have cooked up, which is typically plague, slime, blight, that kind of thing. Well, this fellow looks fun. And yeah, there's the Kyrians that I mentioned with the more angelic theme. Looks like we're gonna be taking down this gold sucker. With the allies we got, this no problem with that. Looks like they're trying to steal the wild seeds from the Night Fae, which is sort of the spirits that are under the fairies' guard and protection. So we certainly want to stop them from doing that. Oh, looks like they've got more of those big gold fellas. Guys, look like they belong in a metal band. Where are you? And as you can see, helping me here, we've even got the trees themselves backing us up here with the Night Fae. So, and for those of you noticing, yes, I do prefer to click my skills. I've never been a big key binding person, so I always just prefer to just work with my skills along the hotbars. Looks like some of the wildlife isn't fond of me being here. Alright, let's go over here. Here's one of the wild seeds. Once we get these wild seeds back, I kind of get the feeling we're losing more ground than we're gaining with this assault. Cool. There's one down. We have another one up here to save. If I don't get stuck with too many arrows, that is. This blood mist effect is still so cool. Some people kind of might have regretted their choice of Covenant, but nah, I'm perfectly happy working with the vampires, as I'm sure a lot of you were familiar with from other content on my channel. I'm actually really curious, what do you guys think of seasons for the vampire content? Because I'm thinking about sort of branching out, and then eventually going back to it. Just food for thought. Looks like we have one more wild seed we need to save over here. If I can not get terribly lost. There it is up there. Alright. Here we go. Give myself some further strength before we pick this fight. The new over-the-head animations that they gave Frost Death Knight at the start of the expansion are honestly some of my favorites. Just bringing the axe just up and over your head in such a crunching blow. It's really kind of... Get some gold here. It's really kind of what Frost Death Knight just really kind of means. Just bone crunching, body shattering melee combat. Looks like we're putting down these banners to sort of rally our allies against the incoming attackers. Got one here. Looks like we need to go that way. I will certainly say the forest is doing its best to fight back against everything that the Mossworn are throwing at it. But you don't pick a fight with the fairies and get away with it. And there we see the queen herself in there, working to fight off against the invaders. Which, looking at it, that's going rather well for her. Queen indeed. She seems to have that under control, so we'll go and see if we can give some help elsewhere. Looks like we need to go over this direction. When the Mossworn aren't attacking, the zone is rather gorgeous. Blizzard's art team really nailed the aesthetic of the sort of dark enchanted fairy forest that they were going for. And just the skybox, if you can ignore the Mossworn, just the skybox alone is absolutely breathtaking. And then just seeing everything that this zone has to offer when it's not being, invaded. So there's one of the gargoyles from my faction of the vampires, and it looks like Solanus is trying to pull something out of this gate. So it would probably be a good idea to not let her do that. This is very rapidly going from just an invasion to a war, which, again, as a Death Knight, I'm totally cool with. It's what I'm built for. Yep, things are definitely coming out of that gate. Combine our blood and frost magic here to fight off a little more directly. Go over here and get these casters. Don't want to give them too much distance on us. Death Knights are actually really built to take on spellcasters and wizards and mages and that kind of thing. Oh, that's a big one. That is a very big one. But yeah, Death Knights are built specifically to resist magic, interrupt spells, and just bring targets that would prefer to stay at range up for close and personal. We have a temp cutscene here, so I'll skip that. Huh, that's Tyrande Whisperwind. Haven't seen her since the start of the expansion. She does not look to be in great shape either. Looks like they want us to check in on the Queen after we've managed to push everything off. And as I said, now that we're free from invaders, this zone's beauty kind of comes back into full focus. So, but I do believe that's a really good spot to end it, guys. So, if you guys like this sort of content, let me know in the comments, and I will do my best to get another one out as soon as possible. So, I hope you all have a good weekend and stay relaxed, and hopefully you guys can get some sleep to this. So, have a good weekend, guys.